As a mortgage broker, you have two jobs. One's to originate, the second is to run your business. If you want to be successful, you have to find a way to do both jobs productively and with as few bumps in the road. And that's why in this video, we're going to be digging into the systems, the tools, the tech stack that mortgage brokers use. Hi guys, if you're new here, I'm Megan, a 20-year veteran in the mortgage and real estate industry. And 3 years ago, I stopped originating and made my full-time job to help you be successful in opening your own mortgage business and other real estate ancillary businesses. One of the biggest frustrations that I see mortgage brokers experiencing when running their business is identifying and working out of a single system. They want to work out of one thing. Everyone would love to have everything in one place. That wish is really hard to come by. But in this video, I'm going to show you the closest thing that we've been able to develop that can make the job and life as a mortgage broker owner easier. There's many different tech and tools that brokers use in their business. The key to finding the ones that will work for you is being able to create an easy, connected tech stack that makes your life easier. It took us close to 10 years to figure out the combination, but now that we have it down pat, we're helping other brokers do the same thing. So if you want help with your tech stack, connect with my team down in the description. So let's start with what software tech do you need as a mortgage broker? And it's worth noting also that what a one-person broker shop needs is going to look really different than if you have a whole team or you plan on hiring a team right out of the gates. Let's start with the simple ones that pretty much every business needs. And the first one is a business operating system. You need to choose a platform where emails, your website, it all gets controlled. And usually the main two are Google and Microsoft. It has email, it has a calendar, it has meetings, and it's also a digital document manager. And this is where you'll manage your business. Although I'm not going to try to convince you that you need more or less. This is going to be a great start, and I don't think one is better than the other. Then you need to think about your communication tool. Using the good old phone is no longer enough. How are you going to communicate with your customers? How are you going to communicate with your team? You can use Google Chat or Microsoft, all those different ones. Or you can pick Slack like we did, which can integrate with anything and be used with people outside of your organization. But let's really dig into those mortgage-specific tools. You are going to need, most importantly, a POS and an LOS to operate your mortgage business and take loan applications. The POS is your point of sale, and the LOS is a loan operating system. The point of sale is how you interact with customers, and please don't tell me that you take pre-approvals over the phone still unless that's the only way they'll do it. The loan operating system is where your customer information is stored, and a few years ago, LOS systems just held data. But now they do so much more. Some of the bigger wholesalers as a broker will offer a free POS system or LOS system, like UWM has Blink, for example. I want to highly recommend to any of you opening your own brokerage to stay away from a system that's held by any one lender. You're a broker. Your job is to use multiple lenders to do what's best for your customer. You're also a business owner now. It's your job to own your client's information. Calyx Point and Compass, these are two industry dinosaurs, but I'm sure if you've used them in the past, you're gonna be tempted to sign up with them for at least some period of time because you're comfortable there. But if you decide to stick with Point or Encompass, you will have to invest in a separate point of sale system or software that communicates with new leads and prospects. We did this for years before some of the newer point of sale and LOS systems came out. When we did this, we used what's called Pre-App 1003 for years, and it's a great tool, and it was, and I still hear very solid things about it if you are deciding to use Encompass or Point. But there's some new kids on the block that if you're building your own business, do yourself a favor and start learning how to use these new tools and technology. So two of the most widely known and used LOS systems is LendingPad and Arrive. Arrive has both a point of sale and it's an LOS. Now, I will say I've used Encompass, I've used Point. I've heard really good things about LendingPad, and there still are many others that I'm not mentioning. But my favorite so far in the industry is Arrive. Arrive was built specifically for mortgage brokers and can only be used by mortgage brokers who are members of AIM. So that is a requirement to use Arrive. And AIM is the Association of Independent Mortgage Experts. Now, Arrive has a basic and a pro account. The pro account is, I think it's $79 a month. You can save a little by paying for a year in advance. My team's favorite features of Arrive, which I will bring some of these up on the screen here. Inside of Arrive, it already has a point of sale, which is it has a link you send to customers that they fill out. It already does the job of making sure they consent to you pulling credit. It has a whole notes bar or communication log where processors and loan officers can update each other as they work with a client. One of my all-time favorites is it has a dual AUS. That's right. You can run DU and LP next to each other with the click of one single button. For all of you point and compass users, no more going into two places to try to run your findings, getting errors, calling, Freddie Mac and Fannie Mae. Nope, click of a button runs both systems, and then you can compare them next to each other. All client requests are done out of Arrive, and your clients simply get an email when you request what you need from them, and they can click a button in their email and upload those requested documents and items right into their loan file in your Arrive system. It has the ability to run pricing for a number of lenders, but not all wholesale lenders, only certain ones. Let's talk, because I could keep going on about all the things in Arrive, because I haven't even covered probably 20% of the things that it does. One of my not favorite things about Arrive is that it has really gated itself, and they have been very stingy with the access that they give brokers to integrate with other software. The only thing that you can integrate with Arrive right now is Zapier. You can't use Make or some of the other options. So you have to use Zapier. There's a Zapier integration key, and it's the only thing you can do to then connect it with other accounts. So now let's move on a little bit and let's talk about a pricing software. Now, my first 10 years in the industry, I didn't use any pricing tools. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, if you've been a broker, you work with different lenders, you have to log into their different websites to figure out what the rate is. Well, now there are some tools. There's a paid one and a free one. And what it does is it lets you compare lenders against each other all in one place, which is something you can do as a lender. So for any lenders that are listening to this, yes, that is something that's been made very easy to you. In the broker world, it's not as easy, but these pricing tools will make it easier. And you can compare them against each other, but you still then have to go into that lender's website to lock and upload your loan file. Next on the list is a CRM. So we have used ActiveCampaign, we've tried Jungo, and some other non-mortgage CRMs, your customer relationship manager. But in the end, we did have landed on Go High Level due to its cost, its overall functionality, and we figured out how to connect it to our loan system. So every update that goes on in Arrive goes right over into our CRM. This means that when a new loan's created in our loan system, a CRM card is created too. Now, there's so much that you can do with a CRM, and there's so much you should be doing with a CRM, but some of the basics are, it's there to build a relationship with your customers and prospects. You can't do that in Arrive and almost any other LOS. The only time you can do it is when your client is in the loan process, but part of building a business is having a relationship with them before and after you've done a loan for them. You want to have drip campaigns. You want to have ways to communicate with them. And that's what your CRM will do. You want to have an area where there's notes for the other team members so they can know where you are with this customer. It's also where you can track your business and see where it's coming from, who's referring you business. But don't make this one mistake. And that mistake is that your CRM is a relationship builder. It is not a project manager. It is not something that you can go down and track projects and to-dos. Yes, it has a task manager, but it's really important when you own a business that you have something to track all the things you need to do, and the CRM is not the place to do it. Now, before jumping into that piece, let's talk about how do you track your pipeline, because that's another negative of Arrive that I've seen is it's great for a single loan officer who wants to look at their pipeline. And even as the owner, you can have access to all your loan officers' files, but it's hard to have a holistic view of the whole pipeline. And so what you need to do is you need to take all of those loan files from different loan officers that go to different lenders and find a way to look at it. Now, a lot of people use Excel spreadsheets. What we've done is we've created a pipeline tracker through a dashboard system that will put it all in one place. And I'm going to show it to you on my screen. And although I won't jump into exactly how we did this, it's been a game changer for our management team on being able to see where things are and what loans are in the pipeline, closing, pre-approved, all sorts of things. In this video, I can't dig all the way into the expert mortgage broker tools and systems, but I do want to talk about the need as loan officers, especially higher producing loan officers, to have something that helps you manage your pipeline. Something that you can use as you build a team to see where they're at and what they've done. And my guess is for many of you, you've done that whole spreadsheet thing, right? And don't be embarrassed, we did it for years. The dashboard that we created, which is part of our tech stack, is a view where it's all in one place. So I think it's worth checking out. And if you want to talk to our team about it, you can do that by going down into the description. And then last but not least is the tool you didn't realize you needed: a project manager. And if you're wondering what projects you're managing besides closing a loan, it's the running of your brokerage. You should every single month be looking at what needs to be done in your finances, what needs to be done in licensing, what needs to be done in compliance, what needs to be done in human resources. You have all these other areas now that you need to be managing, and you need to have a place to do that. And so a project manager is what will help you manage this big to-do list. And so we've used a tool called Trello, but there are other ones out there that can also help you. I've heard of people using Monday. I've heard of people using, gosh, there's so many of them. Airtable, there's a bunch. We choose to use Trello. That is your starting list of tools and technology needed to get your business moving and in the right direction as a mortgage broker. If you want to succeed and be able to do more with less time, then you have to make sure that you are getting these tools and technologies in place. But I will be creating separate videos and other videos where I'm digging further into some of these areas that will help you run your business. But before you can become a master, you have to tackle the basics, right? You also have to sign up with and create all the vendors and loan origination accounts needed to take and close loans as a broker owner. So make sure you go over and watch one of my next videos where I will walk you through setting up accounts like DU, Desktop Underwriter, and LP, your credit vendor. And if you have no idea what the heck I'm talking about right now, you need my team's help, so reach out and schedule a time to talk about how we can set all of this up for you with our done-for-you broker-in-a-box model. I hope this video helped you learn about the accounts that you will need, the technology. I would greatly appreciate it if you'd leave a comment or hit the like button if you found this valuable. Otherwise, I can't wait to see you in the next video.